I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Dolphins going up against the Ravens. With that, let's get you on up to Baltimore as we welcome in our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And they're definitely showing blitz here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done. But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Tannehill on first down. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play. Tannehill to Parker. 61 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And a pick by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. This guy can play some defense. He knows how to hawk the football.
He does that by his preparation. Watches a lot of film, keeps a book on all receivers, and puts himself in the proper place on every snap.
Here's Justin Forsett, his first carry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And if you're John Harbaugh, you've got to be happy with your depth at running back, that's for sure. Meanwhile, if you're a fantasy football player, it might drive you crazy trying to figure out who's going to get these reps.
Well, Justin Forsett wants all of his reps back. Remember, he got hurt in 2015 and didn't finish out the season, and he'd been a big-time performer previously. And Buck Allen, Javorius Buck Allen out of USC, had a pretty nice rookie season. I know that they're really, really high on Kenneth Dixon, but he's hurt and going to miss about a month. And Terrence West has had a nice preseason, although we haven't talked about it very much.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. On second down, Forsett. He's going to go, Justin Forsett. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. And Elder Statesman with a big run. He's hit that dreaded 3-0. He still can churn it.
I love the way you treat him with respect.
Respect.
Elder Statesman. You didn't just call him an old guy or anything like that.
Call you an Elder Statesman.
I love the way he can still play. Talk about running it with savvy now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. The play clock's running down. They'll try to run with 4 cents. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And a look at the starters for the Miami defense.
Cameron Wake may have begun his career in Canada, but in the NFL, he's been one of the top pass rushers since he's entered the league.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Ready!
6 yards still to go here on 2nd and goal. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. Looking for 2 yards here. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Perriman from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Finding time. Going deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Caru's got it, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Leonte Caru, 39 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. Then Steve Smith hauls it in. And he's brought down. So Steve Smith involved there, and the Ravens are likely, Charles, going to need him to get even more involved with Ben Watson out for the season now.
And normally when you have a guy who announced that a season was going to be his last, as Steve Smith did in 2015, when you have that guy come back, you don't expect big-time production, but you and I both know that Steve Smith is the exception to that. So I agree with you. His production will go up, and he will definitely take some of the pressure off of the loss of Benjamin Watson.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. They stay on the ground. Forsett again. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They come out here in the eye. Smith will come in motion right. They'll run for it. This is Allen. Shreds the tackle. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I guarantee every coach wants to go for it on 4th and 1 in this spot, but so few of them have the guts to do it in their own territory. But he puts his faith in his offensive line, and they're able to pick up the first.
Another run, this time, though, for Forsett. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Flacco from midfield. Smith catches left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, this is Forsett. And he's brought down. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Back to the ground on first. Again, Forsett. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They'll come out in the pistol. Flacco here on second down. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. 3rd and goal, Flacco. And this is going to be incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 74 yards. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed.
Super toe.
They start on the ground with Forsett. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First and 10 here for Flacco. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll give the Ravens a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Now a toss. This is for Sam. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. They come out here in the I. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And the cutback to the sideline. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Tannehill surveying the field. Going deep here for Parker. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, it's Kalen Clay. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positives.
He's going to go. Justin Forsett. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justin Forsett, 67 yards. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Foster alone in the backfield. Off play action, Tannehill. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Tannehill. He's got time. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft it. Oh, man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And quickly, they get to the line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Cameron from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 1st down, Flacco. And Watson has it right side. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he's brought down. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
Fresh set of downs here.
Under.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. He's going to go just in for Sent. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Move 45. Move 45.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 5. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow?
And this is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 61 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Arian Foster, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Back now in Baltimore. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Drive starts with a run by Allen. Buck Allen, the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Buck Allen, 72 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
On the ground for Sam. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Dolphins' offense now heads back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Tannehill on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
They were looking that time for Leonte Carew. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
To throw is Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't give many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Smith, the man in motion left. Now Flacco, and hauled in by Pitta. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk. Down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. Play clock winding down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Under. Check, ready.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. And out come the Dolphins now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jarvis Landry with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And the Ravens taking the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Setting to throw, Flacco. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now it looks like we got the big tight end still down after the last play. Well, you can bet that they would hate to be without his services. Pressure mounting, Flacco. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Landry now on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their...
They've got his man complete. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a 1st down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. They come out here in the eye. One last gasp for Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And if you lose this one, in the way that they did with all these points, the offense probably goes in the film room and said, hey, coach, don't point at us. The defense, they're the ones that need the help.
Yeah, the offense went into the film room with kind of grins on their faces because they're going to get a lot of check marks and attaboys. The defensive team, they shuffled into the film room. Not a fun day for them.
For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more